Finally. A crown worthy of me. Or I'm worthy of crown of madness. Second level enchantment, casting time of 1 action, range of 120 feet, components of verbal, somatic, duration, concentration up to 1 minute. One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you for the duration. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in their eyes. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature, or if none are within its reach. Oh. Okay, that's a stipulation. On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell ends. Also, the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the spell ends. Well, that last part sucks. So first off, for the spell level it's at, it's not that bad. Closer to what you might be ordering it to do with Dominate Person, which is much higher level, though it does only restrict them to melee attack. And when it says within reach, does that mean before they move? Because they can act normally on their turn if not. So is it only if they're immediately right next to someone at the start of their turn? Or is it if they're within their immediate movement at the start of their turn without dashing? The range is also pretty decent, 120 feet. Concentration for 1 minute still makes sense to almost disable an entire enemy. Thing that does suck is they can still repeat the saving throw at the end of their turn. There is no upcasting to target multiple creatures, and you have to use your action to maintain it. That hurts. That action to maintain, that's entirely disabling you and your full capabilities as a spellcaster just to potentially, because there are ways they can break out of it and ways they just don't interact with it and get their turn normally, to potentially have them make 1 melee attack against one of their allies. I know it's a second level spell, but any spell that's not a really big swinging hit that forces you to use your action each turn, virtually taking you out of combat. Because it's also not just using an action to then order them to do that. It says to maintain. On subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target. That's no good. I'm a big fan of, like, aesthetic-wise. Also, what the Iron Crown? I don't know. It'd still be useful for the spell slot it's at. I can still see it being useful, including the range of 120 feet. That's pretty nice. I am going to have to give this a 3 out of 10. The range, action, and low-level spell slot are still what's bringing it up to 3 out of 10. But man, that action to maintain and they can still save out of it? Which bolt is better than that?